6 months after their son returned home from his LDS mission to Africa, John and his wife Nicci Renouard went back with him to Tanzania for a humanitarian vacation. Well, after seeing the extreme conditions in Africa, the Renouards pledged to find a way to help the people there. They had no idea where this pledge would take them. It was a trip that would change the course of their lives and many others as well.
Once I was over there and I just saw really the extreme poverty that was caused because of water, we just came back and just vowed to do something. It started off, it was just going to be very small. We were just going to go back maybe once a year, twice a year, and just do what we can. We set up wholives.org, and 2 months after that, middle of the night, I have a crazy dream. And this dream was about a human-powered drill that would drill water wells in Africa. And I literally woke up from bed and went out to my table and sketched out what I could remember. It was really interesting. I had never actually seen a well being drilled. I had no idea how to drill a well. My background is in finance and real estate. I'm not an engineer, and I had never actually seen a well being drilled, so it was unusual for me to have this dream. And then the next day I called my partner, Verlin, and told him about this crazy dream, and he says, well, you know, who knows, maybe there's something there. On the second day, I get a call from the engineering department at BYU, from what they call the capstone program, asking me if we have a project for them to work on. And I just kind of was almost embarrassed to say, but I told them about this crazy dream about this human-powered drill that would drill water wells in Africa without using motors and machines. And I guess they were intrigued enough to invite us down, and we gave them the ideas, what we wanted to do, and they decided to take it on as part of their capstone project, and it developed from there.
After a year of hard work, the drill was ready to be tested. John, his partner Verlin Harris, and some of the BYU engineering students took it to Africa to see how it would work.
The whole project really has been miracle after miracle after miracle. We actually hit into an artesian spring, and the women that are crying, and the men that are just shaking their heads in disbelief that this machine that's human-powered was actually able to go down 150 feet, and then water was coming out of it. It's beautifully designed. It actually free flows, and so it's not an arduous task. It actually just flows very, very naturally. To date, we have over 10,000 people that are drinking water that have been produced by our drills. And that's just in the last 5 months. We now have drills in the Congo, and Tanzania, and Kenya. We have drills now headed to Rwanda, Ethiopia, and Uganda, and Zambia. So the drills are now starting to spread all over the continent. And the truth is, this drill came to me, it was through a gift. There's a saying that the Lord does not always call the qualified, but he qualifies those he calls.
Last year, John decided to give up his job and devote all his time to working on wholives.org.
The motivation comes first off in the feeling that we have a job to do here. And the second, what motivates me are the women and the children. When you watch a woman lift this bucket and put on her head, and you know she has to go make a 3.5-mile hike back to her home, it breaks your heart. And if we can solve that issue, then it's a life worth living.
Through his work in Africa, John has helped create a perpetual well fund that will grant low-cost loans to schools, churches, and villages so they can access water and then pay it forward. He's also been able to train many local former missionaries from Africa to operate and manage drill sites there. We'll have a link to the Who Lives website at our website on MormonTimesTV.ksl.com.